Bay Bridge in San Francisco, California has been blocked by activists jamming up traffic for miles, where the activists appear to chain themselves together, place pretend tarps over them on the ground, and allegedly throw the keys to their parked cars into the ocean, where they think chanting social media slogans can actually stop a war on the other side of the planet.
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
But the local sheriffs combined with the highway patrol actually made mass arrests on the activists and begin to bust them away as they complain not all of them were involved in the blockade. But the Twitter takes call them out for how useless this protest was, how nobody that they're blocking can actually stop what's happening, and how this should actually land them all in jail. And it should, as it was later found that they blocked organ transplants on their way to patients. But the sheriff's department talked about making 80 arrests that were immediately released and oddly tagging APEC, the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation Conference that is in town. So if they're just gonna cite and release them, it doesn't seem to solve their problems, which makes me believe these arrests were merely performative. As we know, San Francisco finally cleaned up their act, seemingly just for their Chinese visitors. So when it comes to your mother needing an emergency organ, clearing the roads is probably not a big priority. Unless they're trying to impress their powerful guests, then the best they can do is mildly inconvenience those who protest. Because the Twitter replies are right, blocking commuters in deep blue San Francisco isn't changing the opinions of all the people that probably already agree with you, and this does absolutely nothing to the people that could impact what's happening on the other side of the earth. But unfortunately for these activists, they're finding out very quickly that you can't actually protest the people in power, as they took to DC outside the DNC headquarters and Capitol Police immediately locked it down. Now they tried to block the entrance to the building, but were swiftly arrested.
Get back, guys!
We're outside the Democratic Party headquarters because this party claims to be on the side of life and peace and equality, and we're saying that we want them to live up to their values and oppose this horrific war and call for a ceasefire now, and we're being responded to by the police shoving anti-war activists down the stairs.
Now she's crying about aggressive arrests on top of a staircase, but we've known for years that the Capitol coppers are pretty much given carte blanche. And again, I'm always going to be a proponent of peaceful protests, but in the right context, all this performative nonsense that does nothing but piss off the public has to stop. But sadly, it's seemingly becoming the signature move of the left, as this same movement shuts down intersections in deep blue Los Angeles.
From this intersection until we get a ceasefire.
But somehow managed to do the same in ultra-red Arkansas. And what is insanely confusing to me, they blocked the streets in Texas, but to be fair, it was Austin, Texas. And this tactic of bridge blocking has actually made it back to Canada as well. So they've somehow set the precedence of what I call toddler politics, where if they don't get what they want, they're going to throw a fit and sit on the ground, screaming and sobbing to try to get their way. The problem being is the Democrats try to turn their infancy into their infantry and use that energy to help them get elected in 2020. They look the other way and not only enabled and encouraged them, but sometimes actually provided funds for their legal defense. But now that those same people don't agree with those same politicians, they may actually inadvertently unify the masses against a warmongering uniparty. But they will 100% stop that from ever happening, and I actually fear what the new thing will get shoved on the front page of the media in order to stop it. So if you appreciate my tinfoil beanie over concise, lighthearted commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've earned your subscription, then go check out the video on how activists in Atlanta are somehow protesting behind a mosquito.